Hello everyone, my name's Debbie. I'm from New South Wales in Australia and I'm here today with my March 2024 cross-stitch update. I hope you're all well. I have probably said it in one of the many false starts this month. Welcome to any new viewers. Thank you to those that hang around and watch and comment on my videos monthly. The comments have always been so lovely and I enjoy getting them and I enjoy answering them. I am pretty sure I am up to date on all of them, though I did find an area where if I commented to you, you commented back. They don't always come up as a new comment, but I found where to go looking for those now, so I'll make sure I'm on top of those. I don't think I've missed any because I went through all of them just to make sure. As usual, we'll start with the finishes for the month. I have had two finishes this month, but one was a start and a finish. So they're going to be slightly out of whack because I also have a fully finish, but I also don't have that one anymore. The one I do have handy, this is Quiltz by Long Dog Sampler. This was a birthday start of mine, and it was a gift from Anne, who is hooks on Instagram. I'll do the full thing. It's just a long narrow one, and then I'll see if I can get most of the sections in. Top section with the puppies and the water pond, next with the houses and the roosters and little lammies. This one was lovely with them old carts and horses, dogs, and I think they're black chickens. They might be crows there, not sure. The next panel, or the last panel down the bottom, was the quilts hanging on the line with two kitty cats. I enjoy doing that. A lot of colours. Well, looks like a lot of colours, but of course they're the same colours used on all of them. And then you've got this, oh sorry if I made anyone ill, you've got this border made up of all the colours as well. This was started in June 23 and I did it on 40 count Camel from Whoopsie Daisy by Whoopsie Daisy, a daisy chain online store. I did enjoy doing this. I really did enjoy doing this. I'll go to the pictures. They've got to be easier to look at than what I'm handing over. This is where I was at before I started for the month and the completed project. And that is the completed project against the pattern. Again, it was Anne who gave me the idea of using the beige, darker beige fabric, or the darker caramel fabric, and it does look really nice on it. The next I'm going to show you is a fully finish I had. I'll show you first. This is a photo I took of it on my front veranda. This was Happy St. Patrick's Day. If you've been around for a while, you would have seen this. I did this for my mum. I missed last St. Patrick's Day, so I made sure she got it this St. Patrick's Day. And this is it sitting on her table. She does the whole lounge room up for St. Patrick's Day, New Year, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, all the Valentine's Day, all the days. She loves it, and she really does love doing the seasons up on her tables, and it always looks lovely. Now the next one, which was a start and a finish, was when I gave her the St. Pat's one. I mentioned, oh, I think I've got a Happy Easter one. And she just looked at it and she said, looked at the date and she said, well, you haven't got long to get it done. So I did get it done. This is before and after back stitch. You can see a majority of the white is not stitched at all. They are cute as anything patterns. I haven't told her I've got a Halloween one, but I've got a bit of time to get that one done. I told her it'd only take a couple of days. I can tell you it took me longer than a couple of days. But I was going to frame it in a similar frame, a white frame like St. Pat's. But there's an extra damn bunny on there and it wouldn't fit in. So it was actually, I didn't know what to do. And I had foam packing around, I think it was a new fan we got. It was the perfect width. It was an inch thick. So I wrapped it around that piece of foam. I put felt on the back and until I get a frame that will actually fit it. She was more than happy with it. The problem is none of us took a photo of a table, so I haven't got it on the table, but that was my start and finish for the month. Now we'll go on to whips. Again, regulars will know this is my aim, or my target this year, is to finish the top shelf of this one. I have been working on this since 2019, but I really do not give it enough time. So this year, along with Kelly, but Kelly's had quite a lot of work on her plate, like paying work on her plate, so she hasn't been able to get as much stitching done on her big project, but I'm sure when it settles down at work she will. But I have had my full week for the first 3 months of the year. Now, I haven't put anything on boards only because the main reason I had to do this video was because I needed to get this done because I've only got a little over a week left. This is where I am up to at the moment. I got over 8,000 stitches on this one, and that's because the books, there was a lot of the same colour in that. It makes it a lot easier. So I can show you before and after of the section I'm working on. So you can see I got a lot of stitches done, but like I said, there was a lot of column and colours, and that's where you get you can get your bigger numbers in stitching when you haven't got as much confetti. The blue flowers that were annoying the hell out of me, and now you can see, and they're actually blue birds. No wonder I couldn't work out what flower they were. And it wasn't until I sort of pushed it away from me, like the Lowry, pushed it away, the Lowry, and I could actually see they were birds, and I just laughed because quite often a lot of things turn up on this. I go, oh, is that what it is? Stats for this one. January I got 4,818 stitches. February 5,746. And March I got 8,317. The next shot I'm showing you is where I'm up to compared to where I want to get to at the end of the year. There are a lot of stitches there. I may not make it, but that's my target. That's on the far, I think it's going to be the same when you look at it. On the far right, you'll see a little mark almost to the edge of the top picture. That is the edge. That's counting the stitches across. There are a lot of stitches to go, but I'm going to give it a good college try because, you know, there's a lot of purple there. There's a lot of pink there. You can only hope, but that's my target, to get that much done in what will it be? Well, we've already had 3 months, so I've only got 9 months to go. We'll see. We'll see. You've got to have a target. You've got to have a target. And I'm hoping. I am hoping. My next whip is the Quaker Sampler Flag. I am doing version 1. Chart by Vivian Powers, and this is available on Vivsters. You'll see it on the on one of the photos up close, the Etsy shop name. Fell in love with it the minute I saw this one. I am finished the red. Finished the red, and I have got the grey in there, and you can see it in real life. It's a bit harder to see here, but once it's all done I think you'll see it. And then it's all the blue. It's all the blue. But I want to get that the red and the grey done, so I could just have the blue there and just sort of head down and go. I started this back in October 2023. So all that one, it's always opposite when you look. Just about finished the Union Jack section, and then I'll just be able to put my head down and get the blue stitching done. Before and after, which doesn't look like a lot, but I finished the red and I have got the top section of all the grey done, the left hand side or the left quarter all done, so I've really only got to do the grey on the right quarter, and then I'll finish with the other colours and we're raging. The next whip I worked on for a while was Mario. I think it's called Mario Christmas. This will be for my grandson's playroom at Christmas time. I didn't get a lot done. I got a lot of little fellas done, a lot of colour changes, but they're awfully cute. I started this on the 9th of October. I'm doing it on just on white Aida. It's going to be a cute one when it's finished. Love the tree. Everyone says, oh, I like the tree. What I didn't do is I didn't show you the name. Oh, it doesn't say it. Okay, Vivsters. It is Vivsters on Etsy. But I'm pretty sure I've got that on the notes below anyway. But pushing the wrong button. That's before and after of Mario Christmas. And compared to the finish, really, there's not a lot to go. It's a big Bowser, I think his name is. I don't know what the mushrooms are. That's Yoshi on the left. And another Mario, and then, oh, angry little thing. I'll have to learn. I'll have to try and work out the name. Next one I worked on was the 2019 retreat freebie for the Mirabilia Australian retreat. I was doubting how I've done this, and it didn't help when my daughter said, oh, it looked really nice on white. I think she's right. But that is where I'm up to, and I'm not liking this colour in here. That's just a blended thread, and I think I'm not going to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's not working on the purple. And when I finish this, I'll probably turn around and it looks really dark there. It's not that. When you see the photo, it will show you the real colour. It's not showing up terribly well on the back. But I started this on the 29th of December. Before and after, that's the real colour of the fabric. At the time I thought it'd look lovely. Black looks great on it, but you lose the purple. And with the finished project, I'm sure once all the beads go on, it'll look nice. If it doesn't, I'll just have to do it again. My last whip for the month was Mirabilia's The Queen Mermaid. This was another gift, a birthday gift from Animal Instincts, Kelly. I love this one. All the cross stitches done. This is the one you can't see the real fabric. All the cross stitches done. I have started the beads over on the handbag or the purse she's holding. I've got it ready. Like, I won't put this one in the Q snap because I need to be able to bead. I'll be able to set it up on this and get most of the beads done, sort of by turning it backwards and forwards. There's a lot of chronic in there, and she does need her face back stitched next time. She is really lovely, and again the photo is closer. It's before and after. I have started beads down the back as well, I think. And against the original, so she does have a lot of beads. When you see all the swirls to come, she still has a lot of beads to go. And she'll be done. Next, now, I think it was January video, I showed you the finish my 8-year-old grandson had for his little cross stitch kit, the little Mario figurine. He then asked could he look at patterns for his next one. This is his next one. It's quite a big pattern. He picked it. I got it and I kitted it on one of the, I had to go up for my daughter and son-in-law ran their first half marathons, and they both did extremely well, and I looked after the little fellas. Now this is not nicely put in here. I have got the lovely Taryn from Teaser Handmaids on Facebook is making me a grime guard for this, but this is where he's up to. Let me have a look. He heard me talking to someone else because I said start up the top, and he said no, you said you've got to start in the middle. So he had his middle start, and he's coming across because he now wants to go across to the brown box, and I said well, you're going to have to stitch to it, mate, otherwise you could miscount and get it wrong. So he said okay, so he's doing the chains across and he's not doing too badly. He only gets to do it at this stage. Sorry, that was going to fall. He only gets to cross stitch, both of them do. I should have got the other little fellas. He's 5. He mainly long stitches, and he's long stitching himself an A. And the next update I will try and, I haven't asked him, I did ask the older one. That's his before, or he's against, there's no before, so that's his pattern against the one. But I did ask the older one, I forgot to ask the younger one, so I won't show it until I do. This was all, the pattern and everything was selected and worked out, and this is the one I want to do at Easter lunch with my daughter had Easter lunch for the family. And there's going to be another cross stitcher, probably not at the level of me for years to come, if she finds the interest, but my son's girlfriend, her and I had a chat. She wanted to try it. I said she wouldn't, she said I just don't know if I'd be able to follow the pattern. I said yes, you certainly will, because she's a very crafty young lady. Anyway, she selected a pattern, and I said, well, I'll kit it all up for her birthday. I'm not going to show you the pattern because that's hers. We'll see if she wants to send photos as she goes along. But in the interim, she did send me photos. She went down to Spotlight and she bought a little pattern. And the sad thing is, her back's a lot neater than mine. But I did actually say it, but I wasn't going to tell her that. But no, she did very well. She had no trouble following the pattern. She's picked it was a very, very cute pattern. We both looking at all the selections, we both thought they were great. So yeah, another potential cross stitcher on its way. That's my daughter. She hasn't done it for a long time, but she has cross stitched. Though she always relies on the back stitch fairy to come along and do the back stitches. And if any of you know the Tatty Teddy patterns, you'll probably know why she waited till the backstitch fairy did all the backstitch. But she can cross stitch. My son can cross stitch. He's cross stitched a few Pokemons. They're still in his room. 2 grandsons. So watch out, son-in-law. I doubt you ever will, but I tell you, you talk about matching sets, you might have to be part of my matching set, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, purchases. I was quite well behaved. I got my monthly threads from A Stitch in Time down in Hobart, and we're up to purples, so peas. Oh, I think the first R, I think that's raspberry, sorry. They just don't, I don't know what they do, they don't want to come into focus. It's a new camera. It's obviously me. But we go from pumpkin to raspberry, sorry. And they're quite beautiful colours, and that are their colours. So we're up to the R's in Weeks Dye Works, and we're up to TE in Classic Colourworks, and I believe there's still a fair few in that range. So we went from tabby to terracotta red clay, and again, they are the colours. I have finished. I've now got the full set of Gentle Arts, so that club's finished. These 2 to go, and they all just hang up there, and I'm not likely to show you a photo of those, but they're very hanging in their name order up there, easily to be selected. The other purchase I made was Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna Designs. Now this was Stitchy Sally. It's her fault. She kept showing these beautiful girls, kept going no, and then saw the red head and thought, oh yeah, okay. It is very cute, lovely on the blue. I got this online at creativepoppy.com, and then of course it was a PDF download. So that will be a start at some stage. As I said earlier, well, I think I did it one of the versions I told you, there was 7 full days I didn't stitch in March. That is a tad unusual for me. I put it down to my knee injury. I would come home where I work. You can't go anywhere without stairs. It's just got stairs everywhere, and no, there's no lifts. Well, there's a service lift, but you'd never get me in it. In some days, obviously, I'd come home, hubby would have tea ready, I'd have tea, and then I'd wake up 3 o'clock in the morning in the chair asleep, fast asleep. Not much you can do about that, but Friday week ago, I had what they call PRP, platelet enriched plasma injections. I gave blood. They spun it, took the white blood cells, injected it in my knee. The doctor no sooner put the needle down, grabbed my knee, which you could hardly move and have not been able to really walk properly for nearly 5 months now, pushed it right up to my chest and said, "Did that hurt?" And I said, no, it doesn't. Excuse me. And I've never been so flabbergasted in all my life. He told me, when we were discussing it, I would walk out without the walking stick and without pain, and he was right. Anyone, if you've got those sorts of injuries, I really think that's something you really need to talk to. There's just so many people at work that are queuing up to go and see their doctors to discuss a very simple procedure. I mean, you just got that little pinch of the needle. I think there was 5 places he worked on. I had to take it easy for a week, but basically your white blood cells are your repairers. So he's put them a heavy concentration right where the injury was. Apparently they block the pain receptors. They act as a oiling or a fluid on bone, so you haven't got that bone on bone pain anyway. And like I said, they push that fluid in, they push the white blood cells in there, and the night before I was told to wreck it, to really inflame it, because they said the white blood cells are like magnets and they go to inflammation. So I even went to the surgery earlier, walked around, and I tell you, it was really sore when I walked in there. So, yeah, amazing, and it's so nice to be self-sufficient again. I've had so many people do such lovely things at work and at home, but it's so nice to be able to just get up and walk away, do things I want to do and not have to rely on others all the time. So that was quite amazing. Now, I did have someone ask about the bird in the background. This is just called Owl. It is maybe Russian. I did put on your comment, I did find somewhere you could actually find the pattern. I love him, and I've got the frame, but I'm looking for, I want to have him mounted with like a woodsy or a tree branchy fabric behind it, as if he's just flying out of the woods. I thoroughly enjoyed stitching. I had to stitch him like that and just turn the pattern sideways because I didn't have a stand that would or a frame that would fit him in one piece. And the only difference it does by doing that is that it just means that your crosses, I mean, they're all the same, of course, but then it's not the same direction mine normally are. You can't really tell, but look at him, his face. I loved it when I got to his face. So I must go hunting for that fabric and get that sorted. I think this is going to be a really quick one, and I think I'm finished. I would tell you, except I can't even find the program. It was right in front of me, but that's what it's been like lately. So, stats for the month. Up to 60,000 for the year. I had 2 start. Disbelieve those finishes, please. They're finishes for April, so I've got a bit carried away there. So I do believe I had 1 start and 1 finish, which still left me at 27. We'll get rid of that because that's not right. I did set up some photos. I'm trying to get my videos so I can get them done earlier and not have to constantly go, oh well, I'll have to go and do it because I need to do a stitch in time, and not leave it to the last minute. So I was trying to, when I finished the stitching for the month, and now I'm technically not in any challenges other than what I put on myself. As I finish, I try and do the photo and have it so it's a lot easier to do the videos quicker. I still don't know where that piece of paper went. I haven't left the chair, so it's not like it could have gone terribly far, but not that important. Excuse me. Anyway, we'll have an early mark. I wish you all well. I hope you all have been getting some good stitching in. I think this video is going to be under half an hour, which will be quite amazing. Only take you 15 minutes, and on double speed. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and hopefully it won't be a fortnight before my next one. All the best. Bye.